Alright you guys, I'm sitting here in the new pond, almost have it wrapped up. It is a good size. It is 7 feet long by about 3 feet wide. So it is, I think before we had a roughly like a 6x4, 7x3, same footprint. It was just in a funky shape. And so this one is a little bit better shape, a little more user friendly, and more importantly, it's not going to leak. The other one was just an ongoing nightmare. I got the hard shell for it for pretty cheap, and I was able to get it installed with no problems. I had trouble from the get-go getting the filters going, getting waterfalls to work correctly, and then somehow we sprung a leak along the way. So this is our brand new setup. We are still wrapping it up, still have to get a few more bricks, but we've got everything in place now. We have our filtration, which we still have to work on, our light tree, which we have hung up, we have our waterfall in the corner, and it is just a good size. So, and the best part is, it's in our dining room, because who doesn't want an alligator in their dining room? Nice, beautiful, scenic dinner. Some people pay good money for that. It's just how we live here for Cold-Blooded Ministries. All right, you guys, it's time to see the new pond. Oh, no. Alright, my Cold-Blooded Army, we did a cool trunk or treat tonight with my church, and it was awesome. Our group did the Trolls movie car, and so we had everything set up like Trolls, so that's why I'm looking like a goofball. But I thought I would do the video still with the hair and the beard like this, really hoping and praying it all comes out. There's a whole lot of glue and hair gel in there making sure it does not budge, but we got it done. We did good, and the kids absolutely loved it. We had tons of kids come, hundreds and hundreds of kids that weren't even involved with the church. So it was a great chance for us to be able to reach out to the community and get people involved in church stuff that would never step foot there. And it was a cool experience. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Thinking about a cool scripture today. And in the book of Matthew, there's a scene in there where Jesus is talking to a guy, and the guy has a deformed hand. And Jesus tells him to reach out that deformed hand towards him. And as he reaches it out, Jesus heals him. And it's such a beautiful look at who Jesus truly is. You know, we think that we have to be perfect and that we have to be just like Jesus. And the truth is, he's telling people, hey, come to me like you are. I want you broken. I want you deformed. I want your addictions. I want your shortcomings. I want your faults and your flaws and your failures so that I can fix them. And just like when the guy reached out his hand that was deformed, Jesus fixed it and made it whole and perfect. He wants to do that with us too. I think we lose sight of that. We feel like we have to be perfect before we go to him. And the goal long term is perfection. But we are far from that. And Jesus knows that, and that's okay with him. He just wants us to try. And he loves us all the same, no matter how far or how close we are to being perfect. And I love that. Like I said, we lose sight of that. We think we have to be perfect right now, and it has to be an overnight change. And the truth is, the path to our sanctification is a path. It's a process. Being transformed is a long process, a painful process, and a learning process, and we all go through it. But just like Jesus healed the man when he gave him his worst parts, we have to be willing to take our worst parts to him. We have to be willing to admit those and to say, man, I'm failing here and I need you. And when we do that, he makes us whole. If that's something you guys have a question about or anything we can do to support you with that, whether it's prayer or answering questions or anything whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. We're always here for you guys. We love you. May be blessed to be blessing those around you. We'll catch you next time.